presented on the platter. Same with the parsley. I think the person that might get to do the tarragon has to work a little harder because the tarragon, as you know, is just as delicious as it is. Noon or paneer or sabzi khodan. So what that translates to, noon, naan, is bread, paneer is cheese, right? Sabzi is the color green, and so sabzi is all the herbs are translated to sabzi. Khodan translates to the greens and the food that you eat. So noon or paneer or sabzi khodan is what's being served. So what you would do, pick one of these up, no rhyme or reason, mix and match and combine as you wish, and enjoy. Enjoy, or bon appetit in Farsi we say Noosh Jan, to your health. When you go to anyone's home for dinner, for lunch, that's it. When you go to a restaurant, it's quite likely that that will also be served. It's just a staple. Lamb, because I didn't want to make two chicken dishes, and then we add the spices. Since the lamb is cooked and it's in liquid form, what I always believe is spices go into the oil, not to the water. So I always add the spices in so the oil can bring the flavor out, and then I'll add. If this was just raw lamb, I would add it at that stage before adding water. Yeah. So why don't we... putting the skin side down just so that that little time that I have here, it won't get stuck to the bottom of the pan. Crying. So after the class she came and talked to me about how much that touched her, and I realized that's right, this is what we have in common, the care and love of a mom in what she does to take care of her children, to prepare food and nourish them. Smell good. This is one bottle that I have seen and used forever and ever and ever and ever. Some of these are more new and perhaps I may have used it or not. But so I tend to gravitate towards the products that I've already used. And this is what I usually use. So if you can see, it's pretty thick. It's not a paste, but it just pours like a molasses. But sometimes they actually sell it. And the crushed walnuts, rather, ground walnuts. I am going to just maintain that for what it is. All you have to do is add the pomegranate, some water, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of lime juice, and then it cooks for an hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long you have it. I mean, 2 hours perhaps is an exaggeration, but definitely an hour. Okay. I'm going to use the whole bottle. I'll leave just a little bit, well, I'll pass the bottle around. Various spices, as well as the vegetable that is, different vegetables. So for today, the vegetable is just herbs. So we're gonna get all that you just did, gonna chop it all up even more, and make a herb frittata. The other other frittatas that you can use are potato frittatas, leek frittatas, eggplant frittata, zucchini frittata, cauliflower frittata. More or less, if you open up the book, there is a cuckoo section, so you'll get to see all the very different ones. I like to make the cuckoo in a kind of like a Pyrex pan, cake pan, and bake it in the oven. Traditionally, when Mom used to make it, she didn't use the oven a whole lot. She did most things on the stovetop. So she would have her Teflon pan, and she would generously add butter and oil to it. And then so she would put the frittata in, she would crisp it up and cook it up and down on one side. Halfway through, she would flip it out, put another generous layer of oil on the other side, and slide it back in with the lid. And this thing would just cook, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, because it really isn't a whole lot. And you keep the lid on, and frittata was served. Cuckoo is done.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit, and then crush it. Not the most attractive thing, perhaps, but quite aromatic and flavorful. So what I like to do is quarter them. In this case, half that one, and add them into the pureed up. So I'm gonna just gently place it over the side, drizzle a little broth over it so that they get some of the flavors. Great. The rice, and whether you put slices of butter or you put or drizzle in this case pre-melted ghee. Okay, all you have to do is add just a little bit of water. Okay. Now it is what it is, right? It'll be what it is, and we will never know until we do this.